Thank you. Going after a reef is quite a follow-up. The guy can charm a camel. So anyway, selamat siang sore semuanya. Nama saya Sayan. Bukan sayang ya. Well, the ladies, it's okay. You can call me Sayang. Dari kecil di Bali, so I'm going to be doing a mix. Emang kelihatan agak bule ya. Tapi ya dari kecil di Bali, so I grew up here. My parents met here in the 70s, and they were what you would consider the first generation of expats or tourists to come. And they came in the 70s as travelers, as hippies, or whatever you want to label it. And I'm a child of free love. That's the truth. So I grew up in Bali. Saya ingat Bali like dari lahir sih. When I was kecil, I just remembered this Bali, this paradise. It was paradise. It was completely, I don't know how you define paradise, but for me, paradise is the tropics, the trees, the blue water, the no plastic, the everything. And I remember waktu kecil, I was like, oh man, I wish there was a supermarket so I could buy, you know, the latest cereal or the latest games. Nggak ada apa di Bali. You know? Kosong, cuman like makan klepon aja. It was a tricky scenario. And then I saw it, and we knew everyone knew everyone. It was a big mix of people. It wasn't just the expats over there and the Balinese over here and the Javanese over here and then the people from Padang over here. No, it was a big mix, and I have friends from everywhere, and we grew up here. And what entertained us was what was outside, the nature, the ocean, the gunungs, the sungais, all of that. That was Bali for me. Then I grew up, and then I went, university, high school, blah 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 blah. Came back to Bali and got involved with Waterbom. I've been involved for quite some time, even since the late 90s, while I was still in school, doing all different positions at the park, learning about the park, whether it was cleaning the toilets or whether I was lifeguarding or waitressing. I worked every component. And then so I got full-time in about 2006, full-time at Waterbom. And at that time I saw a change in Bali. So I have nostalgia. So when I was a kid, I just remember this beautiful Bali, and there was a little bit of sampah, there was a little bit of traffic, and I just saw the building, like mushrooms popping up everywhere. Wow, I got the cereal I want now. I got more than what I wanted. And then it's just a human being, right? Then I got involved at Waterbom, and then we built a few water slides. One of our favorite popular rides was called the Climax. And the Climax is a fun ride. Kalau belum pernah coba, tolong coba next week or whenever it is you guys are coming. It'll scare the hell out of you. But when you build a water slide, you're using water, obviously. So we dug in the wells, and the water was fine. Yeah. Then we built another water slide, right? And we looked at the same well, and the water quality was not fine. It was brackish water. It was salt water intrusion. And I thought, I have a tanggung jawab, a responsibility that goes beyond my job description. I have a greater responsibility because I want my time on earth to be purposeful. And we are all winning here. You have to understand that. We are all winners here. We're winning, we get an income, we have a house, some of us have families, whatever, we all win. And we take. We're thinking about what the next move is, what the next strategy for us to win even more. And then I thought, nggak rasa nyaman. I didn't feel good about that because I had the connection and love with this pulau. And I said, I need to protect it. I need to be one of these guys that protect it. And so how can I protect it? How can we all win? We win from the business standpoint, which is measured, I guess, a lot of it by profitability. The awareness standpoint, and for ourselves. Right. So I said, okay, I'm not going to, a lot a lot of this is fluff. I don't believe in no action. So I said, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to be the first water park in the world to be carbon neutral, to be sustainable. With the reason being, I want everyone else to copy us. Because they're going to realize that we're going to be in the limelight. We are creating, whether it's publicity, I don't care your niat. Ada yang peduli, the reality is, there's people that care about the environment and people who don't. But everyone cares about making more money, or the majority, right? Now, if I can prove to people, for the sake of the environment, that they can reduce their costs by being sustainable, that their brand is seen highly, and the environment wins, that's the approach I'm going to take it. I'm not going to be that guy in Ubud that's going to tell you to hug the tree and to sing poems. And no. I'm going to say, do it as a business. Because the business is the power, and we are leaders. You guys are leaders. You are number one in hospitality in Bali. You are in the forefront. We are leaders in water park. If we do it, then everyone else will follow. We live in a copycat society. Everyone follows. Now, how many people are employed over here? How many people are employed in Waterbom? Not only are we affecting, the environment, we're creating a culture with our businesses. So, you're going to go tell your keluarga your experiences, and you're going to teach your kid to be more conscious about the environment. Because like Arif said, none of us will survive as an industry if Bali turns to crap. But we forget that. We're just thinking about, okay, how can we get the next deal? Okay, how are we going to get the next tourist? What are we going to do? Where's the next agent? Where's the next this? How are we going to make a deal with Qatar Airlines, Singapore Airlines? What are we going to do? But what if the tourists are all gone because the island is gone? Have we thought about that? Or are we going to just think short term? So I said, with the team, and full credit goes to them, how are we going to expose what Waterbom does to the world? And people love entertainment. So I said, the facility of having a movie is going to be our stepping stone. Biar we can spread the word like that, right? Without greenwashing. I don't believe in greenwashing too. I'm also going to state that before I air this movie, to show what you can do and what the reality of Bali is becoming, and if we need to take actions as leaders, yeah? Well, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and stand here and say that Waterbom is the best. We are not. Let's make that very, very clear. We're far from the best. But the beautiful part is we are aware that we are far from the best. And when you're aware that you are far from the best, you are motivated to keep on growing and improving. You see? Our sustainability, we got a certificate from the United Nations. We are now officially carbon neutral. Carbon neutral. That's like crazy. It's a little tap on the shoulder, but it's not a pat on the back. Okay? Yes, I'm motivated. Now what's the next step? Now what's the next step? My next step, hopefully, is someone else follows the next steps. Then I've won. And so that's the motivation for the movie, and that's the charita for the movie. And hopefully it's not a boring movie, because a lot of these documentaries are dry and scientific, and a lot of them preach and say, harus kayak gini, 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 gini. No, this should be real as can be. And hopefully when you go home tonight, you think about it. And if you think about it, you go and tell your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife, your grandmother, your mother, and hopefully the domino effect ensues. Enjoy the movie. If you have any questions afterwards, be happy to answer, and I hope you don't fall asleep. Thank you.